What is going on, everyone? Commodore Last here today, bringing to you guys my live reaction to Jujutsu Kaisen manga chapter 166. Now, the chapter has finally come out. We are here today on this Sunday morning, ready to read the latest installment of Akutami Gege's up-and-coming masterpiece. And obviously, I've heard the news in regards to us going on break next week, which could come down to two things. Number one, which may be the most likely thing, is that Gege is going to be working on the Jujutsu Kaisen movie, set to come out next month. And if that is the case, I can understand why they're taking the break. The second one, of course, being if you guys read the author comments when it comes to Jump after the release, the authors are just talking about, random things, whatever's going on with their lives. And Gege apparently stated that they were kind of like in the recovery mode from the previous break because they're taking, they took the vaccine and all that for COVID. So I don't know if he's probably going through any side effects or just, weariness, that kind of thing. But regardless, whatever it is, though, Gege, please take your rest. Enjoy yourself. Get a break in if you need to, because we can wait. All right, we were patient enough with the last break and stuff. We can wait for a week or so, but it's also tough for me to say that as well, because I feel like a hypocrite, because the stuff that we're getting into right now off the last chapter, like, let me just say this right now, man. I have to stand up. This is how you know I'm excited for this chapter, because look, I love Yuji Todori. See that boy right here? This is not going to change. I mean, unless I get a more godly volume cover, it's not going to change. That last chapter broke my heart inside every time I went back and read it. My guy with the 5D Giga Brain said, yo, let me get a retrial in. Maybe I can overcome this easy in the fight with Hiromi. And I gotta say as well, before getting into the next part, this fight's actually been so good. For the two chapters that we've been getting these hands and the craftiness, the technique, all that, it's been a great fight. I don't know where I'm going to rank it per se until I see the end of it, but it's been a great fight so far. And Yuji, of course, I said the 5D Giga Brain gets the retrial, and then Judge Man goes and says, you're being accused for mass murder on the day of the Shibuya incidents on October 31st. And my heart just sunk to the goddamn abyss when I saw his face. And then my boy in the next page says, yeah, I did it. I'm not going to run away, and I won't deny it. So I'm like, it's my MC, because we know we didn't do it. But obviously, I go to the courtroom and I say it's the evil spirit within me. You're going to lock me up for life. I may be getting a 1-year sentence, but off that statement, you will give me life. So I know damn well that for Yuji in that moment, he has no chance. In a regular courtroom, he has no chance. The look on Hiromi's face told me all I needed to know. Is the exact same face he made when one of his own clients and everything got locked up. All right? And then Judge Man, I noticed the detail after the fact, right? Because we saw his eyes starting to open up and everything, the scars, the blood and all that. I feel like it's because that he knows it's not true, right? That he knows that Yuji wasn't one to do it. But the only thing is, how do you make it make sense? Obviously, if Hiromi has the evidence in hand that it could be Sukuna or whatever, but how do you justify, how does he know these things? Is that just part of the curse technique? I don't know. But I need to sit down, read this chapter. So without further ado, let's get into it and see what I'm about to be left with before Gege destroys me any further and then takes a week off to let me just cope. Let's get into it, man. Oh, God. Oh, God. The art looking refined, too. Oh! I'm not ready. You see, it looks like a flashback right here. I don't know if it's Shimizu on the right-hand side and stuff there, but you see, of course, Hiromi right there in the middle. Oh, man, dude. He looks so fresh, though. Mr. Higuruma. Mr. Yoshizawa. If this is about the proposal I submitted earlier, no, it's not about that. Your proposal looks great. So good it can be used as if for the sentencing. You want to be a public prosecutor or defense lawyer, right? Yeah. Are you sure? Chapter 166, Tokyo Number 1 Colony, Part 6. And he's giving that look because he probably knows that hell awaits him if he joins and takes that position. Which, of course, we see the after effect of that and stuff. But hold on, let me make sure I don't I get hit with something crazy after with a spread or whatever. How about trying to become a judge? Oh my God. And the flashback ends, and bro, look at the eyes on Judge Man. Oh, dude, he's ripped right through them stitches. Oh, the impartiality, the blind justice, guilty, confiscation, death penalty, and he knows damn well that Yuji is an innocent man, but he is accepting the evils of the world because my man is a hero of justice in his own right. He busts out the executioner's sword. Bro, no, relax. If that thing read Excalibur, I was going to have a stroke. I'm not even joking. If that thing had read Excalibur, I was ready to have a stroke. I know the Fate references that Gege's been throwing in there, but we have to relax on this stuff, man. Executioner's sword. The harshest sentence Judge Man can give is the death penalty with confiscation. So you got so he clearly just turned the hammer into an actual, an executioner's sword instead. And it has to be definitely imbued with a whole bunch of curse energy. First confiscation removes the ability to use a curse technique, curse energy, in Itadori's case. Then Higuruma receives the executioner's sword. Without exception, anyone cut by the executioner's sword will die. But he has the pause. I don't care, bro. He got the pause. He will fight for his life. But I need them as allies, bro. I can't. Gege, don't do this to me, man. Don't do this to me. I know we're in the arc that people are going to die, but we need people to fight Kenjaku, man. Bro, convince him. I don't know. To empathize with human emotions means to understand their weaknesses. And look at the look on his face. The weakness of the victim, the weakness of the accused day after day after day after day. I was fed up with it. Ugly. That's what I thought every time I tried to help another person. Oh God, the fate. I'm telling you, bro. Oh, Gege Red Peak. And that includes you, Itadori. All people are weak and ugly, no matter how high-minded a soul you aspire to. This is a man speaking from he just gave up. He was done with it. He's tired. But someone needs to tell him there's still meaning in life, man. And if there's only one person, it's you, Yuji. There's nothing more to it. The darkness before your eyes is just darkness. Even if you shine a light, all you see is more emptiness before you. And my man's making a break, it looks like, for it. Because he knows the dangers that await him. He's got to figure something out. Is it double? No, just a single. But you see, like, right there, he throws all the seats in the theater all towards him. And he's trying to blend it. Wait, yo, he took off the chair! Bro, he said, listen, there's not only one peak story out here, man. I got the other one. Bro. He said, bro, get over here. Threw the jack this guy, and he goes and throws it over his head. My boy going with the leg sweep. Okay, he's following Tekken 2. I respect it. Comes in, but no, bro, look at this. This panel clean. Goes in for the swipe. Hiromi just says, no, we got the Barry Bonds stance right now, but we know he's going to go full Saber right here. We know he's going to probably go full Arthur Pendragon, man. No, dude. No, dude. It was just swing. Oh, man, he has to go into the kill because he knows it's killing me. Oh, you really can do this? Why would you switch up like that, man? Sorry, but I can't become a judge. Oh, may I ask why? People are weak and ugly. I'm not cut out for it. Not ambitious enough. Until that point, at the very least, all his eyes, I thought I should value that very depravity. Which other animals don't have. Oh my God. Why Yuji Itadori? Why did you confess to the crime? The information Judge Man submits as evidence is shared with the sorcerer himself before opening. The evidence submitted was about the demon inside you, about Sakura, so he's able to get that out of him. right? It says plain as day, the information Judge Man submits as evidence is shared with the sorcerer himself before opening. So he knows, so just off that, he'll know that it was Sukuna. But again, like I just said earlier, I walk into a courtroom and tell you I have a living God, a God of death inside of me that caused all that mayhem. I go from 25 to life. That's how it works, man. No courtroom's going to believe some nonsense and do some exorcism stuff to get that thing out of you. No, you're going to Azkaban. Oh, but it's like, but he wants like, why? But it's like, you know why, man. You know why. Damn it, you know why, though. You weren't the one who killed them. So why? Why? And he closes his eyes, and the blade's gone. The blade's gone. No, bro. He's gonna take the hit. But you should go for the killing intent. Oh, please, you should hold back. Hold back. Ah, I got the save. I got it right there at the finish. My man, bro, channeled Budokai 3 with King Goku, man, attacking King Piccolo. But that's straight Yakuza 2. Look at this battle. It says I'm right into the seats. Yuji. Rawness and swag. Look at the tone. Oh, my goats, bro. That is my MC. Now, this fight, gas, man. Absolute flipping gas, bro. Oh, please tell me he's not dead. Okay, so he's on the seats. What? Hey, Article 39, Clause 1 of the Penal Code. The absence of reason and or control signifies compulsus mentis. Sukuna possessed your body in Shibuya. How do you know about... In other words, you couldn't control yourself. And you didn't abandon self-control voluntarily. So, you're innocent. You didn't commit that crime. Even so, it's my fault. Because I'm too weak. I see. Higuruma, why did you dispel your curse technique? I remember why I got into the law in the first place. Itadori. There may still be lots of people who are weak like you. Put on your clothes and sit down. I'll give you 100 points. Goat. You know what, man? If we're going straight hands, the Choso fight is still... No, this is a top 3 fight. I don't give a damn. I love Yuji way too much. And this delivered exactly how I had hoped it would go without a killing. Oh my god, Gege. What are you doing to me, dude? I have to live with this for a week before you come back, like... Oh my god, I don't want this chapter to end. What? Oh my god, dude. So he was able to convince him just through this whole thing, and he realized that he just kept going, even knowing that no one's going to believe him, but he's not gonna lie about it. He's not gonna deny what has happened. But he accepts the responsibility because he was too weak to prevent it from happening. That's what crime he feels he's committed. And in that moment, he realized that he was able to convince Higuruma, man, like, yo, this is why I became a defense lawyer. This is why I got into this stuff, to help people that were being persecuted and told that they had no chance of rebuttal to regain their life when there's a chance of innocence right there, man. Friggin' greatness, bro. Oh my god, I love this series so much. My hoodie, there it is. Itadori. Have you ever killed anyone of your own will? Yes. I see. Oh, no. Oh, Shimizu is probably one of them. Didn't it feel awful? I hate this often, bro. How do you not give me more? How could you like I understand you need to heal and I need to heal, but how do you do that to me, man? Like how do you do that? How do you do that to me, bro? Oh, we're about to get a peak conversation, man. Like, oh, flipping Lord, bro. Why, man? This freaking series, bro. Oh my god. Oh, I gotta wait one more week. And we're probably going to get a absolute godly conversation between these two and how they're going to cope with the idea of killing people out of their own volition, but how they're going to move forward and try to become better people. That's all you want out of somebody, man. I don't give a damn. Have your head assery, have your me head syndrome and all that, man. But logic will prevail at the end of the day. Common sense will prevail, man. These two have had blood on their hands. And whether they consider that thing to be right or wrong, they know they have to live with it for the rest of their lives. So do you continue down that path? Because once you cross that line, there's no coming back. But even after crossing that line, can you still find your way at the light at the end of the tunnel? Can you find your way to a happy ending, man? And these two, like, absolute greatness, bro. Absolute flipping greatness. Like, I cannot wait to see this animated. Because honestly, this is easily a top 3 fight for me in the series. I don't give a damn. Off the emotional aspect of it, it is incredible. Tactics, all that, it is incredible. And I didn't need 5 to 10 chapters of mindless violence to convince me of that. If 3 chapters is all I need to do the groundwork, that's all I needed. It is an incredible fight, man. And the just result, like, I'm so happy he didn't die, Hiromi, because I was afraid that more blood would be on Yuji's hands. And it's like, what do I do? How do I stop myself from walking down this path, even though I'm in the Culling Game? But he's someone who doesn't want to kill, man. It's different from Megumi. Megumi has no qualms because of how he was brought up, and that's how he is. But Yuji values life, man. So for him to take it, it just kills him inside. What a flippin' chapter, man. Like, I can't believe we actually have to go on break after this. I get it, get your rest, all that. I need the break probably more than you do. Let's be honest here, okay? I probably need it more than you. But it's like, man, Jujutsu Kaisen goats. Like I said, this is of the new gen. This is going to be my favorite, and it's lived up to that potential. It's lived up to the expectations. It's never betrayed me for 166 straight chapters in a row. I don't give a damn how you feel about the perfect preparation, all that. Straight gas, and it continues on, man. What a flippin' chapter. So I have to presume here this conversation is going to continue on next chapter, and then we'll probably transition over to Megumi, Remy, Reggie, all that stuff after, and hope to God it also confirms that we're going to have Hiromi as an ally. Because if that ends up being the case, I'm going to be the happiest man right now, man. And at the same time, you have to think too, even after with losing Nanami and everything, I feel like Hiromi is going to be that person for Yuji in the second half of his life here in the story, where he can be that guidance for him. Like, this dynamic, I think, is going to be absolutely phenomenal. And hope he actually ends up surviving until the end of the Culling Game. But what a freaking chapter, man. Look at the carnation of violence. I don't know, man. Like, this series just defines the odds, man. It just does. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. This was an amazing chapter. I think right now, the past 3 chapters coming off the break, or even after Shibuya, have actually been my favorites. There's been so many great ones I really love in terms of what it did for the characters and all that, and the story, but I feel this right here without question. These last 164, 165, 166, my favorite chapters of this post-Shibuya stuff, man. Absolute greatness. I feel like I have to really think back on it, but in terms of like favorite stretches, it's going to be up there for sure in the series. And the next chapter, if we get a 4-chapter span of that, my favorite in the series, possibly. You know, because of everything that we've seen Yuji go through, and now finally meet someone who has gone down a similar path about it. and just seeing what kind of conversation we'll get from it and how they reach their resolution. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below regarding the chapter. How did you feel about it? Do you feel like Yuji versus Hiromi lived up to what it needed to be? Do you consider it to be one of your favorite fights in the series? Where would you rank it right now based on everything you've seen so far? And what do you make of the outcome from this? Do you think that next chapter we get a conversation between the two of them now before the transfer of points, and then have Hiromi become an ally to Yuji before transitioning over to Megumi, Remy, and Reggie, and all that? Or do you think we segue to somewhere else completely? Let me know down in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. If you want to be part of the weekly experience when it comes to my coverage of Jujutsu Kaisen week in, week out, subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell, Shandora, stay up to date with everything that goes on the channel. I have something in the works right now for this upcoming break week. Hopefully by next week, I'll have it out regarding Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 0. Again, I told you that it's something I wanted to talk about, not just a reaction to the trailer, but just something just in terms of a recommendation per se. So stay tuned for that. I'll have more news for that within the next week or so, now that I'm my schedule back to normal. And once that's out, and then we cope, we reset, we heal, we relax, more pain will probably come our way. And this chapter, man, has me wanting to tear up because I love Yuji way too much. The stuff with Hiromi's been goat. And I look forward to the actual proper conclusion of their encounter in conversation before they hopefully become allies. So, Jujutsu Kaisen greatness, man. I shout out to Gege. You may be sick in the head, you may cause me pain, but you bring me peak, and I have value for that. So, Commodore Lad signing off. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care.
Going crazy, yeah, we going crazy. I'm with the team, yeah, we going crazy.